Hello everyone, Dylan here with another LEGO Star Wars review, and this one's on the buildable C1-10P or Chopper, of course. So on the front of the box here, we which have the LEGO Star Wars logo and the similar border as most of the sets have, but in this case the turquoise and Asokah border that there is. And also the single minifig picture of him, and then picture of Chopper in some position, probably on the Ghost or whatever. And then recommended ages is 10 and up. Set number 7546 or 16 has 1,039 pieces and 1 to 4 builders with the builder app. Then. And then flip on to the back side of the box. We would have another position or picture of Chopper and his plaque, and then also both the features of him and the logos again, and there. And now on to the manual, of which that same rendering that we've been seeing for quite some time. The transition from plastic bags to paper bags, and then a little side-by-side picture of both the set and the in-show appearance of him. And then advertisement of separating the build-up with the builder app. On the back side, how to win on the online survey, and all the pieces that come with the set, which is 3 pages, and then also advertisement for some other sets available now and earlier in the year. And then lastly, the last building steps of it. So first of which is minifigure Chopper, of which obviously everything about him, well, this whole version, also the same that came in the Ghost set from 2 years ago. But of course, this was a lot cheaper way to get him, since the Ghost was like 160, but this one just 100. So obviously, good cheap way to get him there. And now on to the plaque build, which, if you want to know some of the info of him, if you know want to check the info, definitely pause and read if you want. But also that it's all printed onto it, so and also kind of a little bit as metallic and scratchy, like some UCS plaques kind of are. And then on the side of which is of 2 little jumper plates where you can stand your minifig onto, of course. And on the back side of it, which is very mysterious, are these 2 extra 1x1 bricks that there are. Not sure why like that, but whatever. And that's about it with the display plaque. And also, for one accessory of it is this single third leg wheel part, which made of just very few Technic bits and a single wheel piece to there, and rolls very well for how it is. And also, nice to have this panel piece on there, and then also a brown post rod sticking out, which connects to him, which you'll see in later. So first of which is now Chopper himself, which, as you can see, the whole look in all of him, which well close to his in-show appearances, as well mostly his Asokah appearance a bit, well as Rebels version almost as much. And then whereas for the $100 of which I say just about quite close to last year's R2-D2 set, but luckily is a little bit more thick in the torso area. But yeah. So now we're starting out with the leg assemblies, which this one of which for the feet, which are the only which are a bit symmetrical for that. Which, as you see, do have the wedge plates at 2 different types, and so the shaping here done quite well for how it is, and also the little extra bits on there, also like the R2-D2 sets, of course. And then also like last year's R2-D2 set is a grilled piece underneath, and also these kind of largish slopes around, and also that hole there is where you can attach the third wheel leg into it, and you got that extra bit out as well. But then also the legs are a little asymmetric, and also like last year's R2-D2 set have these couple whip pieces, but in black to represent extra wiring detail to him. And then as for the rest of the leg here, or his arm lengths, then, which as you see do have some wedge plates, larger ones, just going just all stacked up to about 1 brick thick, and then also does have an extra tube on here. Well, thick kind of one, so acting as an extra wire or something. And then also these slopes, which have few stickers on them, so luckily there's very few stickers in this set, and do move up and down quite well. And then also this other leg, which sort of similar build, but with mostly light gray compared to white for that. But of course, since Chopper has been through quite a bit of stuff, he intended to have a pseudo replacement leg. Which, unlike how with minifigure Chopper, which uses both legs in gray for that. Not sure why, which kind of strange. Although maybe one leg on that could have been white, but whatever. But also do have some nice detailing on the sides of it, and also nice to have those larger slope pieces in gray for that. Then as for the main body torso part, is as you can see, it does have quite a good bit of detailing to it, like with those sausage pieces in black, just like we saw on the Ghost set 2 years ago, and also some of those other pieces on there, and a few stickers on slopes, and also some random color placement of like light tan and sand blue on there, and also a few stickers to be orange stripes, and also does have an extra armpit that can fold right out like that. So that nice to see there, and also good callback to the a few recent R2-D2s. And then on the back side of him, which seems to be quite flush, except for these a few extra jumpers and things, just to be like extra detailing, and also what that knob is for one of the main features of it. So basically, if you look on the front, if you like turn on that knob, it makes the head swish back and forth. So nice to see that. And of course, this kind of bit like the 2017 BB-8 set for that. But then, no, and lastly, of which is the head, of which also well captured, close to his in-show appearance. Like, do have a lot of curved slopes around it, and also one with a sticker onto there. And also, what's quite mysterious is, or actually, and also one odd thing is with the yellow stripe on here is that if you look at the in-show appearance, there's yellow orange on top of it, but this switch just a bit more yellow on that. But of course, you can replace it with an extra 1x1 tile to make it more finished for that. And also the eyes of which also done quite well with the hole studs there, and also the standing kind of piece there, and then also does have, but there's also some like extra turning bits in the head, which you'll probably see once you get this and build it. And then also, as for these side arms of which also like he does in both shows, which do rotate around, and also since they're on mixel ball joints, they do go all around and also swivel side to side. And also swivel up here or in 2 spots, and then also this top part switch back and forth. And also has one other review can take these off, and also if you can stand these up, and then there, then he's kind of got his regular stand kind of look to it with the arms folded in. But although I think, well, maybe that's up to you. But yeah. And then lastly on top of which is just a few rounded wedge plates, and also a single jumper in there, and also which is on a couple of clip pieces, and then also a little dish piece on there, obviously to be like his extra bits, like an extra satellite dish to communicate with others. And what else? I think that, oh, and also to point out is what I forgot to mention with the feet is that if you're looking to move them around, then not at all any reverse slopes on there, or just in curved inverted slope pieces that there is. Since although you might make a few marks on whatever surface you have them on, so although you can like add some on there if you wanted, since that was obviously there on the R2D2 sets. So now on to the final verdict. So my overall verdict is I think he was a very good set, or just great set for how he is. Like, well captures his in-show appearances quite well, and also does have plenty good bit of movement to him, mainly in his arm bits and also the third arm as well, but also in the legs also. Well, although what would be nice is maybe an extra separate build to be sort of his rocket engine booster, like he oftentimes did in Star Wars Rebels. So, well, although that would have bumped it up like an extra $10 to $20, which would have been fine with, but whatever. And also nice to get minifig Chopper in a lot cheaper set as well. And whereas as for the sizing and the pricing, which really good for how he is, since he is almost like last year's R2D2, or just almost as good as that, but just with a bit more pieces. But and also in terms of displayability, I say he which really works out really well for how it is. Like the shaping just about down pat, minus one detailing with the yellow stripe, but yeah. And oh, what else to say? Not much, but and also he's also a good parts pack of like the white and orange and lightish gray, and also one extra tube piece, of course. And so now, if you're looking to get this set for your Mandoverse Ahsoka collection, definitely pick them up. And if you are looking to have a unique astromech droid to have around in your Star Wars collection, also definitely pick it up. And if you're a fan of Chopper from either Ahsoka or Rebels, also pick them up. And that's about it with this review. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.